Sober on a Drunk Planet Introduction Part 2. If you're constantly worried you're not reaching your full potential, giving up alcohol can be the motivational rocket you need to get started. If you need to repair damage to any area of your life, your health, relationships, finances, or career, giving up alcohol can be the missing key to turning your life around. And if you search your soul and aren't all convinced that, like yourself, giving up alcohol will allow you to heal, once again, you will gain far more than you will lose. So what exactly will you gain from this book? Here's a quick rundown. First, you will discover the exceptional health and fitness benefits of quitting drinking. Even a relatively small amount of alcohol can be incredibly damaging for your weight, skin, gut, and brain. Alcohol is a poison that the body isn't designed to process, hence why it comes diluted in a diluted form and why alcohol poisoning exists. I can assure you that comments like "you look 10 years younger" and "wow, you've lost weight and look amazing" never get old. After health, we move on to finances. Drink is expensive to start with, and it's also a substance that compromises your judgment and often leads to poor financial decisions. Have you ever pressed the big red F it button when you have had a few drinks, only to regret financially for months or even years to come? It took me 6 years to fully pay off debts, from a last-minute holiday to Las Vegas. 4 nights of fun for 6 years of debt. That doesn't seem like a fair trade. I used to work in London's financial industry on a decent salary, but I still lived paycheck to paycheck. Quitting drinking can transform your finances, whether you need to get out of debt, buy your first property, or simply want to start growing and saving your money. And you can do all this quicker than you might expect. Next, we look at relationships, spanning everything from dating to parenthood. No more relying on a few glasses of wine to calm your nerves before a big date. Sober dating is as raw as it gets. Relationships do change if you're living a sober life, especially if drinking was a large part of it before. Thankfully, I can assure you that they change for the better. After that, we talk about personal growth. Drinking alcohol, even just a couple of times per week, can create a significant negative feedback loop. A night out leads to a hangover, which leads to junk food and laziness. You then begin the following week with low motivation and a scary bank balance, and crawl your way through to Thursday is the new Friday before doing it all again. Not drinking creates a different feedback loop, but a positive and much better one. Imagine waking up on a Monday morning with more motivation and money than you expected, and that happening week after week. This is where the change happens fast. It's little wonder that so many sober people report huge achievements in the months and years after quitting drinking. After talking about personal growth, we get spiritual, and that doesn't mean talking about God, unless you want to. As David Bowie once said, "Religion is for people who fear hell. Spirituality is for people who have been there." Many people who quit drinking find that empty feeling of living week to week is replaced by something very different, the complete feeling of a well-fed soul. This chapter also touches on the entirely optional 12-step program. Now, as most of you know, I don't do the 12 steps. Next comes the fun of being sober. It's a different kind of fun, but it's far from boring. I can assure you that millions of sober people don't just sit at home feeling bored. They're socialising, dating, achieving, and up early, indulging in hobbies while the drinkers sleep off their Friday night drink. We then talk about business and careers. While there are plenty of functional drinkers out there, an alcohol-free life enables you to take things to the next level. A hangover-free life in itself is enough to transform your career, but add in the compound effect of constant clarity and extra energy, and things can get exciting at lightning pace. In the final chapter, we look at the realities of being sober on a drunk planet. Booze is everywhere, and it doesn't disappear because you decide to stop partaking in it. This chapter looks at the environments you spend your time in and how they will change and evolve for the better when you stop drinking.